set. I can't stop hustling every minute, every second. Can't stop.
WWE to become more violent? Why Johnny Wrestling hasn't been on TV? And Y2J hints that he doesn't want to work with CM Field. All this and more on this brand new edition of Shot of Brew.
What's going on, party people? This is Bros, Brews, and Botches with another episode of Shot of Brew. I'm your bro, Yellow Boy, and I hope that your week was wonderful. If this is your first time watching, this is a Shot of Brew, where we bring you a shot of news from this week in professional wrestling. But before we get started, make sure that you're going to like, share, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you know when the bros are bringing something new to you, the people. You people. But without further ado, let's get to the news. WWE ditching the PG era coming soon. Now this news is coming from SCScoops.com. With the WWE deal with Endeavor set to be finalized later this year, fans have speculated that some changes are coming. One change that fans have clamored about is the return of blood. When asked by Lightshed Partners, Nick Khan said that this remains a possibility for Raw's third hour. He was quoted saying, quote, "Look, when you're specifically talking about the 10 to 11 hour on Raw, we're specifically talking to NBCU and ourselves about what we do with that moving forward. We ask, what do we do if we tweak this, that 10 to 11 hour? It is basic cable. It's not broadcast. As you know, we think the NBCU would be supportive, but we're not on a final conclusion on that," end quote. Now, it was Vince McMahon who made comment that AEW had too much, quote, blood and guts, end quote, that gave AEW the concept for their promotion. Despite having some inadvertent blood during the Edge and Finn Balor match at WrestleMania, it would be interesting to see what WWE is willing to bring back for their sports entertainment. Time will tell. Now, sticking with the WWE, news on the reason one superstar hasn't been seen on television. Now, according to a report from Fightful Select, Johnny Gargano has not been seen due to re-aggravating a shoulder injury. This was reportedly the same injury that kept Gargano out for most of January. Now, while Gargano was able to compete in the match at Stand and Deliver from NXT against Grayson Waller, he did so under tremendous pain and with only the use of one arm. Reportedly, officials hope that the issue can be fixed through physical therapy and that surgery won't be necessary. It's also made note that this did not have anything to do with Vince McMahon and his return to power. So, speedy recovery for Johnny Wrestling. Now, moving to some AEW news, where Chris Jericho has made some hints at not wanting to work with old CM Punk. So it's no surprise that there is some friction between Chris Jericho and CM Punk after the comments that were made about Punk following the brawl out at All Out, where he reportedly said that Punk was a cancer to the promotion. Now, Punk retaliated in a post on social media blasting Jericho, Nick Khan, and others. Now, it's been reported that AEW has tentative plans to bring Punk back to television on the June 21st edition of Dynamite. This is reported by WrestlingNews.co. There is also a meeting planned soon for Tony Khan, CM Punk, Chris Jericho, and more. However, based on some tweets by Y2J, Jericho is not too anxious to work with the best in the world. The tweet in question was from a fan who attached a picture of Jericho and Punk with the caption, quote, "Chris Jericho, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've always been willing to work with everyone, and you always do what's best for business. People are foolish to suggest otherwise," end quote. Jericho simply replied to this, "Not everyone." He then followed that response up after Sportskeeda retweeted a screenshot of that post with the caption, I don't play games, guys, end quote. Now, with the London All In show coming up and AEW wanting to fill as much as possible in the 90,000 capacity stadium, we'll see what will be next in this saga with CM Punk, Chris Jericho, and what will happen with AEW. Now, from one AEW wrestler missing in action to another, Thunder Rosa reported that keeping the title after her injury was not her idea. Now, on the most recent Busted Open Radio, Thunder Rosa cleared the air on a few things that have been said about her in recent months. During the interview, Rosa talks about not being cleared despite wanting to get back into the ring. She also reported being back in AEW for a couple of months assisting with the Spanish commentary. When it came down to the topic of her injury, Rosa stated that there was speculation that she was not hurt at all at first until her MRIs and conversations with her doctor came about. Rosa said that when she initially found out that she could not wrestle, she wanted to relinquish her title immediately, but stated that her boss said that she would be champion and the company would name an interim champion. You know how that went. She went on to say that when she did relinquish the title, it was by surprise and that she was not able to be there when it happened to tell everyone her appreciation for her title run. Now, Rosa is still currently not cleared for competition and there's no timetable on her return. Finally, a former WWE star wins his debut at Creator Clash number 2. So that's the first one. On Saturday night, John Morrison, Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Mundo, Johnny Impact, Johnny 5-Star, Johnny, you know who I'm talking about. The guy that's in the picture. So, John Morrison won his first boxing match at Creator Clash 2. Morrison knocked out Epic Mealtime's Harley Morenstein in the third round after scoring 2 knockdowns in the first 2 rounds. After the fight, Morrison dismissed the idea of facing either of the Paul brothers. He instead called out KSI. Remember last time we seen KSI, he was in costume as a bottle of Logan Paul's energy drink Prime and getting frog splashed through a table. So that KSI. But Johnny Boxing, I guess, it's calling out KSI. We'll see what KSI does in reply to this, and if there's going to be a boxing match or bout between Johnny Boxing and KSI in the future. But that's the news, you guys. Make sure that you like this video, and if you could be so kind, as always, to post a comment in the video or in the video below so that we can help with that algorithm, that I always talk about, that'll help us get our way to 1K subscribers. Help us with that. Also, when you get you a chance, go check out the description to see all the links from the link tree that we have for ourselves as the bros, and also to a couple of our friends, those over at Elevated Creation, where you can buy you some merch with some summertime merch coming soon. And then also for the music that you're hearing, DJ L Spade out of Japan. He's a DJ, he's a rapper, he's an actor, he's a poet, he's an activist, he is all the above and much more. So if you're interested, go check out our link tree or go check out the description for his link tree so you can get all of his information as well. But I want to thank you all for watching. And as always, we love you. And until next time, my friends, we're out.
Every minute, every second, all we know is can't stop. From sunrise to sunset, I can't stop. Hustling, every minute, every second, can't stop. Hustling, from sunrise to sunset, I can't stop. Hustling, every minute, every second. know we ain't finna go till I